The first step that we need to create our tic-tac-toe board is you are going to choose if you are going to use the rectangle template or the square template. So for instance, mine is going to be a cloud, the board, and the rectangle shape fits it better. So you need to decide, and then both ways though, you can see that if I was doing my cloud in this shape, notice that it touches all four sides, okay? So before you cut this out, you need to show me your stencil that you're going to use to make sure that it is big enough. Otherwise, we will run out of space. I'm going to use this one. So this is going to be the shape of my board. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. All right, so here we go. We are ready for the next steps as far as what are the things that we need. So this is going to be your ticket to getting your clay materials. So you will need to show me this, that it is ready to go. The other things you will need, you are going to need 2 bags, one to store our clay project, one to store any extra clay that we might have. And then going to need a board, okay? I have a bunch of these boards that have this brown side on it. This is where we want to only store our clay on. We are not building on top of this. If we build on top of it, our clay piece is gonna get stuck to it, but this is what we're gonna store it on at the end of each class. So I'll show you how that works. For now, you will all be using placemats on your tables. I can't fit my placemat in here, so I'm just using this blue little thing right now, okay? So first thing then, you will also get the box of clay tools that fits with your table number. So then from there, I will give you a piece of clay and you can use a saw roller to roll out your shape. The first thing we need to do is we need to smooth it out on both sides. So you can see that there's a texture. Smooth that out. I would use the rib tool to do that. So I'm curving it a little bit. A little clay will come off, that's okay. But I'm not pressing super hard. If I press too hard, I'm gonna start like digging into the clay, which I don't want to do. All right, I can flip it over, do the other side. The other side won't be as bad. All right, so now I am ready to take my stencil and find a spot where it fits and you can cut it out. What I would highly recommend doing, you can even just use a pencil for this. Does not matter what tool you use. I would recommend just lightly tracing around first before you go to cut it out, just in case you make a mistake or it gets a little off track. All right, then you can go in and cut it all the way through. All right, so this extra clay, you are going to ball this back up. And you're gonna put it in a separate bag because you're gonna use that for your other little pieces, okay? Remember, we don't necessarily have to zip the bag shut or tie it in a knot. You will wanna spray it with water, but then just make sure to twist it and this will be kept in your bin. You also will want to keep this in case something happens, you make a mistake and you need to use it again. Otherwise, you're gonna have to create a new shape. Okay, so once I have this here, you can see that I have these edges that kind of need to be smoothed out. You should have a sponge in your clay toolbox. You can see here it's really dusty and crusty. You'll need to go over to the sink and wring it out. Get it wet, squeeze it out, so that it's not dry, but we can't have it sopping wet, otherwise we'll have a problem. All right, so carefully I'm using this to smooth out any of those little crumbs. All right, so once you have it how we like it, we need it to, this is gonna be it for your first step. So what you will do is you will take the board that you have, you will put your clay piece on it, then you will take your second bag and put this piece inside. Wrap the bag tightly around, and both bags will then go in your bin. We will talk about the next steps in the next video.